Oh, the ducks were talking. I was really hoping I would get that. I'm not sure I did. But the ducks were having a grand old discussion. Might have been a committee meeting of some sort. Well, hello and welcome back. Yes, hi turkeys. Chickens are out. Everybody's all fluffy, bundled up against the cold, but everybody's out. Chickens are all out. The guineas out. Ducks and geese are out. Ducks and geese, well, the ducks are having a convention of some sort. And the geese are hanging out, resting. There's more chickens over here. So it is miserable cold. And we're going to be miserable cold for another couple days. I know I've been saying that every video for the last couple days, but it is what it is. It's miserable cold. The pond is as frozen over as it is going to get. We've done a lot of ice bashing, as you can see, but you can see how thick this ice is. This ice is not melting anytime soon, and it is thick. So the bubbler is doing its job. It's keeping spots thin where we can break it, and you can see it's still working, right? Because there's still bubbles coming up. And it's still plenty of opening for the ducks, but it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Oh, look, the sun is coming out. And on the deep end, we're really tiny at this point, right? The ice is so thick, it's just darn near impossible. The bubbles are built up so much. They're big, giant bubbles. It's like lapping waves at this point. But the ice is just, it's inches thick at this point. So the thin spots where we can bash it through are becoming smaller and smaller. What will happen if we don't get any warm weather and we don't get any melt is we will have to bring the backhoe in here and use equipment to smash it. And we've done that before. We know how to do it. You know that right now underneath this lovely dusting of snow that we received last night, it's nothing but an ice skating rink. So we're trying to avoid that because the equipment on the ice makes it even more dangerous, because if we slide accidentally, we can slide into the pond, and that would be bad. For so many reasons, not the least of which being I might have to fix equipment. But we will do it, right? The other alternative, if we get some warmer weather and get some melt, is we can do the one thing I hate doing, which is bring water into the pond and just add it on top of the ice, right? And kind of create a new layer of water. But I don't think we're going to need to do that. I think we're going to be able to, if all goes well, get some warmer weather, get enough of a breakthrough that we can make things happen, right? There's still enough thin spots here in the shallow end where with enough warmth, we should be able to get that back open. And once that's back open, it's more than sufficient. But it's getting thick. The fresh layer of snow was nice. At least it made it less slippery for the moment, because we know there's a layer of ice directly under the snow. But it's a lot easier to walk on a little bit of dusting of snow than it is on the ice. And like I said, everybody's out and about, so the cold doesn't really bother them. It's more for us. And this is what we do every day until spring. Is come out here, bash ice, check on everybody, say hi to our turkeys and our chickens and our ducks and our geese, and make sure they're all looking good. And they obviously are. They're all eating well. Nobody's got any issues. Nobody's limping. Sometimes if I see limping, it's because they've gotten ice balled up on their feet, and we need to take care of that. But I haven't seen any of that, thankfully. So our chickens have become a little bit smarter over the years. Our little youngster turkeys are playing the display game. Of course, our big turkeys, our dominant toms, are doing their thing, but our youngsters are starting to display. They're really funny, though. They display, and then they see the big toms, and poof, they bring it back down. So that's entertaining. The geese have made their way over now. So apparently the convention has opened its doors to the geese. And yeah, you can see, you know, they're happier with a little bit more water than what they have right now. But they're also, you know, just like the wild animals, they have to deal with what Mother Nature brings us. And that is what, you know, that's what we've got. The other night was pretty funny. I could not video it. I just didn't have enough hands. But our young duck, you know, our duck, actually this one right here, who grew up as a single duck with turkey and geese and, you know, chickens, she's been hanging with the flock and swimming and doing all the things that ducks do, but she couldn't figure out how to get out of the pond, right? It didn't have this snow cover. I have a video up of it, so if you haven't seen it, go check that out, right? The ice is miserable. It was pretty much an ice skating rink, and she just couldn't figure out how to get up the slopes. We had to get a... we have a giant pool skimmer, effectively, right, with a huge telescoping rod or handle. And we had to use that to sort of shepherd her along to a spot that was a little less steep. And we do have those spots. And in fact, they're right here, right? Like, so this spot is not only less steep, but it's actually lined with that astroturf. And we've talked about that before, you know, the fake grass or whatever. It helps with erosion, but it also helps with exactly this, right? Traction and grip to get up and out of the pond. She just didn't know it was there. So once we shepherded her to that area, she was able to get up and out and then go to bed. But even the ducks were struggling with the ice the other day. So at any rate, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you all are having a fabulous day. I hope you're toasty warm and tucked into your PJs and slippers and having some hot cocoa. And I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.